Hello there, a big hello if it's your first time viewing and a warm hug for those returning.
Here's some cool nerdy shit to make your day better.
8 days. 8. There's just 8. The Force Awakens is in 8 days.
Shout out to all the non-Star Wars fans out there watching.
Oh, there's no such thing, Sam. There's Star Wars fans everywhere and they're the most dedicated of them all. Now, diehards started lining up outside the famous Chinese theatre in Hollywood.
The cinema which first screened Star Wars.
Now, A New Hope.
Back in 1977.
A staggering 12 days before the first screening will happen this year, 7 p.m. on December 17th.
12 days to ensure a spot.
12 days.
Turns out the Chinese theater is helping out these fans by blockading a space for them to erect
Erect.
tents. There's a catch. They can only erect
It gets funnier every time.
their tents at midnight and have to pack them away by 6 a.m.
Hold on, so 6 hours of sleep, that leaves 18 hours a day of waiting. But apparently there's quite an effective system here. They wear name badges and they're allocated breaks and someone will mind them their spot only for a certain amount of time. Like, it's quite an eloquent affair.
I don't know. What about maybe buying a ticket online? How's that sound?
I mean, quite sane to a lot of people watching this, I'm guessing.
But apparently not you guys in line.
Yeah, but the longer that they spend in line, the better privilege they have of picking the seats that they want. Who's at the front of the line? Well, an Australian woman named Caroline Ritter. I couldn't be more proud.
Staying on Star Wars, a fun little twist has been made on the traditional AirBnB site.
Instead of looking at actual places that you can stay at around the world, check out StarBnB to find the perfect place in a galaxy far, far away.
The peeps behind this site, a digital company called Viget, have nailed the Airbnb parody perfectly by selling us on locations in Star Wars with a realtor's flair. The Wampa's Cave, for instance, is a natural in-ground dwelling with local flavor.
And the Ewok village is like Burning Man in the forest, treetop hut in a friendly community. Even better though, fans can leave comments about the abodes. I may or may not have written a little bit of friendly feedback about what it was like being a woman in Jabba's party palace. TLDR, do not recommend.
I want to stay in the teddy bear forest.
It's
Remember in the third one? In some movie news, the Hunger Games seem to be chucking a Harry Potter by expanding the franchise.
Yep, after stretching 3 books into 4 movies and making $1.3 billion, it seems that Lionsgate isn't willing to let this good thing go and wants to cover some of the earlier Hunger Games of Panem, since the first game that we see in the movies is the 74th annual Hunger Games. So that's a lot of ground to cover if you go backwards.
The difference here, though, is that there's no more Hunger Games books. At least Harry Potter has written some source material at earlier times. It seems they're just stretching it out for no other reason than cha-ching. But even if you are a fan of the franchise, would you want to see movies already knowing how they end and knowing it's just arena battles and political structure talk?
Well, Sam, I mean, with any prequel or origin story, you kind of already know the ending, or at least what happens next. I think that the real issue that the studio is going to face is that the fans are only really invested in Katniss Everdeen. So if they go back any earlier, she's not going to be alive, not going to be in the movies. Will anyone watch it? See my problem? Or should I go on?
Oh, she's just my wife. I would like to see her in more movies. I'm a supportive husband, what can I say?
Team Lawrence, you know what I'm
Lawrence,
saying?
yeah. Would you see a Hunger Games prequel movie? Leave a yes or no in the comments.
Ooh, here's a piece of news that's sure to make you feel like a kid again. YouTuber Andrew M. Films used his special effects wizarding skills to turn a modern theme park into a Rollercoaster Tycoon park. And yes, it's just as messed up as you would expect.
He's got everything. Rides popping out of nowhere, park goers puking all over the place. Then the video takes a turn. Tracks start disappearing, carts are flying off the tracks, and people are drowning, and no one seems to be doing anything to stop it. And that sounds about right. I would sometimes launch rides up into the air, and they would just crash right down, and boom! You know what I mean?
Sam, that's sadistic, that's scary, and I'm pretty sure that you were messed up as a kid.
Nah. It was weird when people didn't do that in the game. Like, I'm gonna play a normal roller coaster tycoon and just build parks and make money. That's boring. Those are the psychopaths.
Okay. Look, while you're figuring out if Sam's a serial killer or not, maybe take a quick look at this. That is from Disney's new live-action adaptation of Roald Dahl's The BFG, or spoilers, Big Friendly Giant.
There would have been at least one person complaining if we didn't put that spoiler warning in there. What? He touches a giant and he's friendly, the movie's ruined. There's at least 4 of you thinking that right now.
The book came out when? In
1982.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. It's
Spoilers!
all spoilers.
Wow. To be fair though, when I hear BFG, I just think of Doom's big fucking gun.
Anyway, the BFG, for people who missed out on the classic children's novel from literary master Roald Dahl, is about a girl who is kidnapped by a lumbering giant.
Which we get a glimpse at from the trailer.
But we find out that this big oaf is a kind-hearted soul.
However, that's not the case for the other giants we encounter in the story, but we won't get into that. Just go read the book if you like, or if you're not a reader, just wait for the film to pop out. Are you excited for it?
It's Roald Dahl stories with director Steven...
Oh, Steven Spielberg. I love him.
Steven
All of his movies. Indiana Jones.
Beben Bielberg.
Moving on to the final story of the day, Walking Dead star Norman Reedus is in the news today due to an interesting interaction with a fan at New Jersey's Walker Stalker convention this past weekend.
During a meetup, a diehard fan named Robin Grover approached Reedus and stated that she liked to joke with her friends that the two of them were married. Good one.
Oh, she's just my wife. I would like to see her in more movies.
Then things took a turn to the weird when Grover turned to Reedus and bit him on the chest. Yes, bit him. Tried to take a chunk right out of the actor's chest there.
Possibly to get closer to his heart. Aww. Security officials immediately restrained Miss Grover and booted her from the con, banning her from all future Walker Stalker cons and any conventions that Norman Reedus attends. Norman has chosen not to press charges, but did post this Instagram photo that reads,
"Do not bite me!"
You love that line.
Oi!
Oi.
Don't bite me!
That's a pretty good rule to live by, if I'm being honest.
I mean, it's one that I've lived by every day, living and growing up in the feral towns of Australia with numerous poisonous snakes and spiders. Don't bite me! So, you know, from us to you, if there's a stranger there that you like, maybe, I don't know, don't bite them.
Well, what do you guys think? Should people be allowed to bite strangers? Let us know your thoughts and feelings down below.
And don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and share. I'm Maud.
I'm Sam.
And good bite. Don't bite, mate. Good bite.
Good. That's the kind of joke you make.
Dun, 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 dun.
There's only going to be one actor playing Indiana Jones, and that's Harrison Ford.
Goddamn right! But he's too old. So that's that, right? Hopefully? Please, don't make another Indiana Jones.